Cam.
Okay.
But, okay, so
How would I shut it off if I'm on a iPad?
there should yeah, if you're on the iPad, there should be just a little webcam button. It's just like a camera button.
Got it. Got it.
Somewhere it's there. But anyways, yeah. So this is episode 105. We're covering red L's. No muss, no fuss. I think that was the tagline Rick came up with at the end of episode 104 or 10. Yeah, 104. Wait, is this 103? Right. Yeah. Sorry. 103 was Brettanomyces or sour. Now we're talking about red L's because it's every other episode. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. How are you guys doing? Sorry about the technical difficulties we were having there for a little bit. Rick finally got it all figured out.
Yeah, it took forever.
Yeah. I don't know what was going on. We could hear you, and then we started yelling, and we tried sign languaging, but nothing happening.
Nothing worked.
I took a sign language course like in the 8th grade, and I was trying to remember. I think this is M? No, I don't know. I'm just making up stuff. I don't know. I think it's not that. No, this is M. This is N. And then that's okay. I got it. But anyways, talking rails, my lame jokes over here. Nobody.
That was beautiful, Miguel.
Yeah. So I got smutty nose. I'm sorry. This is kind of fine Imperial Red L. Let me get a better camera view here. I can adjust my camera here. Artwork is not that great. It's just like a lady standing in a trailer. If you can see that. It's just a picture of her in the trailer. It says kind of fine Imperial L, and this is Smutty Nose Brewing Company out of New Hampshire. So there, got a whole pint here. It was how much was this? I think this was $5.84. So by that price, I was a little I was kind of worried, concerned. I don't know.
It's funny, those usually pretty affordable. When you say, like, how many ounces in that bottle? Is it 22 or 12?
It's a 650 ml.
Oh, okay. That's not bad for the price. That's good.
It's a
decent sized bottle.
Is this still considered a bomber? I always forget.
I don't know. Well, bomber's 22 ounces, so I don't know how many ounces that is.
22 ounces. There's 16 ounces to a pint, and then there's 6 ounces. 16 plus 6 is, I think that's 22 ounces.
I don't know, man. The most math on here I want to do is just to call it Beer Me 3. Just, nope, the number 3, and that's it.
Beer Me 3 pounds. Got it. Hey, this is alright. You know, with red L's, it's just like the tagline, no muss, no fuss. It's you're not really getting something that's super bitter. You're not getting something that's sour. Nothing that's
it's not super sweet. It's just like a nice, malty, mild beer.
There in the middle.
Red. It's no muss, no fuss. And honestly, I think ambers are even more so, because I feel like, so we were getting into that basically, was it red ales or amber ales? And it's kind of basically the same thing. It's just, think of it as a beer style that's really diverse, and reds and ambers are kind of under the same big old umbrella. But you could maybe argue they're a little bit different. Like, red is more of a certain style. You know, they use different grain bills, so their color is actually more red, whereas amber is not that, so it's just a little bit more mild in color.
Yeah, amber would be a faint color. I'm trying to think of, like, when I describe the color amber, what that is. But I'm going to look up mine here on, I don't know if it's called Kindest Find. Let's see, Kindest Find Imperial L. Or, yeah, Kindest Find IPAs. There we go, Beer Advocate. Because it says Kindest Find IPA, or Imperial Red Ale. 89, not bad on Beer Advocate. American Amber / Red Ale. So again, we see that the two terms being used there. American Amber / Red Ale. 8.5% availability, says rotating. And some notes is that the malt, the Pilsner malt, aromatic malt, caramel 60, and Cara Red. For those of you who want to know about the hops, Magnum, Zeus, Centennial. Look at that, Centennial hops.
Fancy.
What do you got over there, Rick? You got
I just went Classic did the New Belgium Fat Tire.
Okay. That's it. Okay. I was at the beer store and I saw Belgian beers. Are all Belgian beers red ales?
No. It's they're not Belgian beers. It's called New Belgium. That's just the name of the brewery. Has absolutely nothing to do with anything Belgian in any way, shape, or form.
That's a good note.
They definitely make one or two sour beers, and I mean, I'm sure they have made a Belgian beer here and there, but no connections.
Okay, so then you got Fat Tire is the red ale. I see.
It's just it's a pretty decent sized brewery. I mean, they have a decent footprint. I remember when they came to Florida and people were getting so excited. I remember there was like waiting lists in some places just to buy Fat Tire, which is an amber ale, and I thought that was the funniest thing.
You know what?
You see that for crazy beer styles, but you never see that for an amber. But people wanted it.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's more funny. The brand, right? The way, I don't know.
Yeah, well, New Belgium had a good reputation, and people. Fat Tire is a wonderful beginning beer. I'm not crazy about New Belgium outside of a few of their sour beers, but everything they make is accessible, and they're good. I mean, there's plenty of bombers I've bought where I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty decent.
Right. Yeah. Well, I will say that. Yeah. If as one of the starting beers when I got into craft beer, it was at that time. What was I drinking? Newcastle. And then I went to Fat Tire. I remember kind of gauging around, looking at different and Fat Tire, because Fat Tire is available almost at every bar. If you go to.
Yeah. And see, I never saw that because it came to Florida late. But when I was drinking down here and getting to start going to bars, we didn't have that. Like when I started getting into craft beer, if that was an option, I would have totally drank it.
Right.
Because it would have been that next, the next best thing.
It has a score of 82 on Beer Advocate, so you're in second place at the moment. That's fine.
I'm not trying to win.
It's all right. Comes out of Colorado, and it's available year-round, which makes sense because you can find that thing everywhere. Let me ask you this: 5.2%, but do red ales get better as they warm, or is it going to stay about the same?
I would say ambers and reds both kind of probably, they're not going to change too much, but they're better fresh. But it really depends too, because like when you go red, you can have a red ale, you can have a red IPA, you can have a red rye. Like it's just such a diverse terminology that really depends. If you had a red IPA, I'd say drink it fresh, cold now.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Okay.
Like more malty red ales you could sit on for a bit, but probably just better fresh, cold.
We keep saying red ale, and right now at Walgreens they have this red nose thing going on, like promotion thing, and that's all I'm thinking about is the red nose, because I bought a red nose at Costello and he hates wearing that thing. So yeah, clown noses and babies don't go together, but that's what I keep thinking about when we keep saying red ales, because it's a big event. I don't know. If you go to Walgreens, there's just like huge, just pallets full of these red noses, just pallets, and they're stacked.
Yeah, it's a campaign. I mean,
just full of them. And, they got ball pits full of red noses, and you can jump in the ball pits and just swim around. It's insane. What is the next one? Oh, Jamie, what do you got? Okay, you said you had 2 beers, and then Rick made a comment that you shouldn't drink the Wicked Weed one because that's too fancy for the podcast.
It's not in the spirit of. I was going more amber/red, not a red style beer that's also barrel aged and brewed with something fancy. Like it's just wasn't in the spirit of the podcast. He was completely right. That works for the podcast.
What does that mean? Okay, so because I see red tagged on to, like I mentioned earlier, Belgian beers. I saw some red Belgian beers.
Yeah, it's the grain bill. You can just, based on what you change with the grain, you can make something red because you're giving it that color from the grains, and they're associated with certain flavor profiles. That's what the red's coming from. So you can have. I was thinking more the amber/red, like Fat Tire, some more simple stuff.
Yeah. So does mine fall in your categorization of simple?
Well, I wasn't expecting Imperial, but this is cooler because this gives us the big spread. Like I said, I had a very distinct reason why I wanted to do this podcast, and I'm going to read that article when we,
We'll get to
when
it.
it's natural in the conversation.
Right,
But
right.
you'll see why by the end of it.
Noted. And I cut you off, Jamie. Go. Okay, so besides the wicked
Yeah.
weed, what's the other one?
I'm drinking an Ecliptic Brewing Phobos single hop red ale.
Ecliptic Brewing. I think I heard you say single hop.
Phobos.
Let's see here. Ecliptic Brewing. What's the? Oh, it's on. Oh, Phobos. Okay, somebody told me that just now. Phobos. What's Phobos? I've heard that word somewhere else.
Oh man, I see a baby on your screen. Oh, no. Oh, baby went away.
I see a baby creeping in.
Yeah, your baby was creeping.
What are you doing here? Here,
Creepy
come here.
baby. Look, it's creepy baby.
That's great.
Creepy baby. Just a little baby arm.
Freaking huge baby. Look how big this baby is. You remember when he was born?
Yeah, wasn't it the size of a taco?
He's getting so big. Yeah. I mean, that was just his legs. Yeah. Why are you so big, baby? Oh. Needs to be changed. Here we go.
Hi, Laura.
The Beer Me 3, the old Beer Me 3 crew says hi. Hey, well, Phobos Extra Red Ale does not have a score on Beer Advocate. I'll say that.
Ooh, fancy.
You do have the 5.2% ABV, just like homeboy over there, Ricardo. But yours comes out of Oregon, so I wonder if yours does have a score on some other one. Like,
Try your, what was it, Rate Beer's the other one?
yeah, I just saw Rate Beer. I'm going over to Rate Beer. Has an 82,
Okay.
which is interesting. Same score as Rick's on Beer Advocate does. So.
Well, and honestly, that's the thing. There's ambers, there's reds, there's nothing there that's going to wow you to make it the best beer possible, but it'll just be a good, solid beer.
When do you think's the best time to drink a red ale?
I like the fall and winter. It's a good malty beer, but it's kind of lighter, so it's not something you
Like autumn.
get tired. Yeah, I don't get tired of it. You can drink a few of these in the autumn, and just it hits the spot.
You don't get tired of flat tire. Boom. Oh, fat tire.
Boom. New Belgium, hire this guy.
Boom. I got taglines for days. Mike Days.
Oh, dude, days.
How is that beer, Jamie?
Pretty good. It's very light though.
Does it, out of curiosity, does it tell you what single hop it is?
Let me take a look.
I was looking at over here. It says I'm reading Azeka hops. Azacca.
Mm-hmm.
Azaka. I want to say
Yeah.
Azaka.
Yeah, that's what it says on the side of the bottle.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen those hops sprouting up recently. I don't know if they're new or I'm just noticing hops more.
Mm-hmm.
Or if
Yeah.
breweries are just starting to I think breweries are starting to advertise it more too, just to, they realize their consumers kind of have more of a knowledge of it, so they start, we've seen that in some of these podcasts where you'll look at the bottle and the bottle will tell you what grains were in it, what yeast strain they used, and what hops. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it says it has 8 different types of malts that were used to give this beer a deep
Oh yeah, I see that
caramel
too.
flavor.
So I notice a citrusy taste to mine. Also see that yours is the Phobos is hop to balance with citrusy. I guess those are the hops there. I don't know what kind of hops I have in mind. Doesn't say on here. But is that something we see custom with red ales, like that citrus taste?
It can be, and I've had red ales in the past that will basically like cash in on that, so they'll add some more citrusy hops as well to make it a citrusy red ale. Cigar City makes one called Tokabaga. It is phenomenal. It is one of those beers I spent years not liking because I thought I didn't like red ales for some reason. Don't ask me why. It's the weirdest thing. I spent 2 years not liking red ales. Friends would offer me this Tokabaga. Nah, I'm good. Finally, one night I was, we had a few beers, and I said, you know what? He's like, here, let me split one with you. I don't care. And he just handed me half a glass. Well, I've got it in my hands. I'm going to drink it now. Boy, was I wrong for 2 years. That beer was
I was
phenomenal.
I was the same way with porters. I was like, I hate porters. I don't even like porters. Get that crap away from me. Probably about like 2, if not 5 years, something. It was a long time.
Mhm.
And then I was like, oh, porters are really good. Especially
Yeah. It's funny because it's not even so much your palate as so much as like it's equally your mindset. Like
Yeah.
I mean, we've had conversations too about how label artwork, will dictate you buying a beer. And again, I'm sorry, Lagunitas, I judged you for years.
Yeah.
Holy shit, your beer's delicious, but I judged your fucking label.
Buddy knows. I don't know. Their label's okay. I mean, the woman in the trailer park, I guess that's what's going on there.
Smutty Nose goes for a very particular style of label. Like, if
I
you
don't
covered Smutty Nose, I would go, oh, that's a Smutty Nose label because I grew up drinking that. That was my first. That was one of my first craft beer breweries.
What's up with the seal right here? I don't know if that's part
Oh,
of that the name
I don't
Smutty Nose.
Aren't they from the? Where are they located?
New Hampshire. Are there seals over there in New Hampshire?
No.
Sure.
I don't know. It looks like a sea lion or something like that. I don't know what it's.
I don't know why.
Which brings me, while I was at the store, I was looking for different brands, and I was trying to get something that really I don't know of. I did run across Real Ale, and that's what you have, Teresa, right? Teresa, are you still with us? Oh,
Yep, she's back.
she's back. Right when I called you, Teresa, are you there?
Yeah, I have a shitty connection tonight.
Aww.
I've been booted like 3 times. Ugh.
Is your boo playing Xbox?
I promised you I am not blocking you or kicking you off.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sucks because like my internet still shows like full connection or anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, and we lost her again.
What's going on.
Yeah, she's there. Teresa, while we still have you, while we do, you have what is it called? Red King from Real Ale, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's out of Blanco, Texas. I need to go visit that brewery. I feel like I pass it. Let's see. Real Ale. How is that beer?
It's pretty good. It is. It's definitely more bitter than I thought. I checked the IBU. It's like 75. So that was after the fact, but it's good. We were talking earlier about how it's no muss, no fuss.
Hell yeah.
It's what I.
No, what I was gonna say is, is this the first time you've had that beer?
This beer, yes, but like I feel like not only. I feel like I.
In and out. You got a 84 on rate beer. So, I mean, you came in second place. We're racing here. No muss, no
I'm
fuss.
not racing. No muss, no fuss.
No, just kidding. But
Oh my god.
my beer probably. I want to say my beer was the cheapest out of everyone. This is $5.84. How much did your beers run?
Oh,
Mine was only like $6.
6? Okay.
I don't know. What, maybe 8 something a 6-pack?
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
$9 a 6-pack? I don't know. I forget.
Still was the same. How much was a Red King? Wasn't that like?
It's like $5.50 for a bomber.
I was trying to do a price comparison, but it seems like we're all kind of like in the same price range. And this beer wasn't something based off, like, again, that mindset of the artwork wouldn't be something I normally buy, but it tastes pretty good today. It tastes all right, man. Does it feel
Good to hear.
recording on a Monday night for you guys?
Yeah, it does, because I keep wanting to feel like it's Wednesday.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah,
then
I
I remember it's Monday.
I keep thinking, man, tomorrow's already Thursday, then it's Friday, but that's not the case.
No, tomorrow's Tuesday. This is the vicious cycle, dude. This was horrible. Worst idea ever.
At least
But it's Monday though.
we get to start the week with beer. They were like that. No.
Yeah, true story.
I don't know. Trying to make the best of it here, Rick. Anyways, what do you got for us, Rick? You had an article that you're really gung ho about on the sour beers. You dropped some real knowledge bombs on us, dude. That's just like blown away. I had to re-listen to it. I was like, this.
Okay, well, I will say this too about that. I did get an email this week that corrected me on some of our stuff from the Sour podcast, but that's another day, another dollar.
Nice. At least we're getting emails about the podcast. Or you are.
Well, it was a friend that I suggested, but no. Okay, so regardless, so what inspired this podcast? So it's called The Complete Guide to the Craft Beer at Your Local Bar from Mike Trapp, and it's a collegehumor.com thing. So nothing, you're not getting New York Times here, but it's a pretty funny list, so hold on.
All right, noted,
Take
sir.
a sip of beer first. Okay. So, top list of beers you'll find at your local craft beer bar. Angry Goatface Hop Fuck IPA. Sick of all these weak-ass beers with barely any hop flavor? Well, so are we. That's why the brewers at Angry Goatface made you this seriously hoppy IPA, the Hop Fuck. It'll fuck your face with hops. Take a sip. It's like somebody pulling your tongue out of your mouth with a pair of rusty pliers. 90% of you will hate this beer, but 10% of you will love it more than anything else and will never shut up about it. That's our promise to you. Number 2, basically soda raspberry lambic. The sweet taste of this fruit, sugary smack of berries, saccharine flavor of rasp. These are just some of the flavors you'll experience with one sip of basically soda raspberry lambic. Fruit forward with undertones of more fruit, this beer will set you on an adventure through flavors ranging from syrupy to cloying. Is this even beer, you'll ask? You tell us.
Dude, that is my exact mind frame when I drink a lambic.
Okay, number 3. Steel Cabin, not Bud, Lager. Are you confused by this menu and looking for a boring, shitty beer? Try Steel Cabin, not Bud Lager. A truly uninspired lager that tastes suspiciously like Budweiser, but it's not Budweiser.
Yeah.
This beer will please both craft beer fans who will fool themselves into thinking this is better than Bud, and craft beer neophytes who just want something familiar, like a Bud. But it's not a Bud. It's not Bud. $8.
That's your stepping stone. And you know what? Just pause right there for a little bit. And that's goes back into that psyche. It has a different label, has a, this kind of like hip, I guess, I don't know, persona that they're putting on this beer. And it could very well just be the same formula used by
Well, exactly, and that's why the epitome, the pun line over, the joke line of that joke was that it was $8.
Yeah.
When it should be more.
Can I talk about that for a second? Because one of my favorite breweries here made a beer for South by Southwest, and they put it in a plain silver can that had literally like emojis all over it, and they called it Fest Beer, and it was awful. It tasted like Bud Light, and I was so disappointed. That's the beer that people were drinking at South by Southwest, and it was like the worst beer I've ever had.
Lame.
It's like the Rio beer. Sell that at Walgreens. It's for floating the river. Frio. Oh, thanks. Looks good.
Okay, so number 4 or 5. I lost track of numbers, but okay. Maverick, hoppier than Hop Fuck Imperial IPA. Angry Goatface wants you to believe that Hop Fuck is the hoppiest IPA on the market. Well, it fucking isn't. Fuck him for saying it, and fuck you for believing it. By the way, totally not safe for work, everybody listening.
Yeah.
Too late.
Put your head.
Maverick, hoppier than Hop Fuck Imperial IPA, is specifically crafted to put those lying sons of bitches in their place and show you what a hoppy beer is supposed to be like. This beer is like an evil genie. You wished for hops, and then boom, more hops than you could have ever wanted. You drink it, and everything you touch turns to hops, even your daughter, who you love more than anything else in the world. And then you're like, oh no, this isn't what I wanted. You twisted this wish against me. And then we'll laugh in your stupid fucking face. Fuck you, and fuck Angry Goatface. Okay, number 5 or whatever. Tin Gorilla Mocha Pumpernickel Molasses Stout. Take a sip. Now you know what the color brown tastes like. Number 7. Barton Brothers, something weird like, oh, I don't know, fucking fish heads ale. We here at Barton Brothers, well, we're a pretty crazy bunch. We don't believe in rules and standards and not getting attention. That's why we made this beer that's part of a long line of weird-ass beers. All our weird-ass beers have something weird in it. What's this one? Fish heads? Sure. Okay, we'll put fish heads in it. Fish head ale. Because why not? Don't drink it if you don't want to. Be a boring, closed-minded conformist. We don't care. We're just going to keep doing our thing like the revolutionary free spirits we are.
That's awesome.
Number 8.
Whoever got that vagina beer that we talked about last time.
Excuse me. Okay, number 8. Angry goat face, fuck you Maverick, handful of hops in a bottle. I know Maverick brewers didn't just try to start something with us. Are you kidding me with this hoppier than hop fuck bullshit? You seriously think you can compete with us? You might as well be some flannel-clad, bearded asshole with a homebrew kit he got for Christmas. Fucking amateurs. Here's just a bunch of hops in a bottle. And that bottle, it's made of hops. That's right, it's not even beer. It's just a big handful of hops. We are the hop kings. We are hop gods. Number 9. Granite Face Punktoberfest Winter Spice Blackberry Sprummer Wheat Seasonal Ale. The March of Time. The leaves are doing something, or maybe not. As we start to leave last season and enter this particular season, now is the perfect time for Granite Face's Punktoberfest Winter Spice Blackberry Sprummer Wheat Seasonal Ale. With weather like the weather is being, you're sure to feel refreshed or warmed, possibly, by our expertly crafted seasonal ale that is the best ale to drink in whatever season it happens to be right now.
Yeah.
Number 10. Spotted Frog Crazy High Alcohol Barley Wine. Are you making your decision based solely on what will get you the most drunk for the least amount of money? Well, why not try this one? Our Crazy High Alcohol Barley Wine is not very good, but it has the highest ABV on the list, which is probably the first thing you notice anyway.
Yeah, it really
Now,
is.
that's alcohol you can believe in. Number 11. Schrumpf Banana and Coriander Belgian Triple. Schrumpf's specializes in traditional Abbey beers like this Belgian ale. Our Banana and Coriander Triple has notes of banana and coriander, but in a completely different and much better way from every other Belgian ale.
Nice.
All right. Number 12. We're getting close to the end, guys. Maverick. Oh no, we've gone too far. What have we done? Continuously hop disaster. Please, if you're reading this, please send help. Something has gone terribly wrong. We tried to make something so hoppy, it was hoppier than even a pile of hops. But we made something terrible. Something that's more monster than hops. We never meant for it to end like this. Blood. Blood and hops. Everywhere. May God have mercy on us all. And then finally, Twin Forks Obligatory Red Ale. This is just a well-made, balanced red ale. You probably won't order it because there's nothing particularly unusual about it. Pretty damn tasty, though. And that's the end of the article. Because you know what? That brought up a really good point. I mean, and you know what? They didn't even, like, they could have gone further with, like, barrel-aged and sour stuff, like, really playing the, like, what the fads are right now. But they really hit the nail on the head at the end there. Like, there are so many good beers at any bar, but you'll never order it because it's just a boring, plain beer. But it could be, for its style, it could be a 100 out of 100 if it's good for its style, but you would still never try it.
Right, and dude, that's like the mindset and of, like, as a beer drinker, I want to get, I don't know how to put it. Okay, so I found myself kind of in this mindset when I went to the beer store because I came across Real Ale Red Kings, and I was like, that's not different enough for me as a podcaster of beer. Something even more different. That was my mindset, and I remember going through that thought process. I ended up with Smutty Nose over here, and I don't know if it's much different or not, but even with the red ales, I was still trying to find the better, different one.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, I mean, I think we've brought this up too with like breweries like Sierra Nevada. Like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is a phenomenal pale ale, regardless of the price. It's a great pale ale. take the price into consideration, you should never not have that beer on hand. And I didn't drink that for years because I just, just Sierra Nevada, I'll get something else. When in reality, it's a good beer. I mean, and that's why I said no muss, no fuss. Like, they are not there to wow you, but red ales and ambers, even more so, are just a solid beer.
Yeah.
So it's, what I was trying to say earlier is that, like, I feel like red ales I always see at microbreweries and restaurants and stuff, and that is my go-to beer to order at a restaurant, like if it's a microbrewery, because I know pretty much what I'm going to get is going to be like a solid, well-balanced beer.
Yeah,
That's
an incredibly good point.
Yeah, because that's my compare. So when I go to a new Mexican restaurant, I'm there for the first time. I'll order just their taco plate, because if they can't make good tacos, then I don't want to try anything else. That's the comparison to red ales. It's like if you go to a brewery, you order the red ale. If they can't make a good red ale, chances are you don't want to drink anything else they have.
Oh, hell yeah. And honestly, what's great about that style is you get a very, I mean, it's not, wowing you with flavor, but it's still a flavorful beer for a decently low percentage. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean,
Right.
I've had some reds and ambers that are like 4%, that's like around Bud Light, if not under it. But way more flavor than you could ever expect out of a lager like that.
That's pretty dope, man. That's pretty dope. Red ales, man. We're putting a new spin on it, and now I have a different perspective when I check out red ales now. That's what I'm saying. I wanted to drop something here. So with my side business, I got a little media company developing, and I'm on the verge of picking up this client from Las Vegas that wants to do almost like a travel website, but just for beer. Like, she wants her website to be the central hub for anybody. When they travel somewhere, they go to that website and it tells them where to drink good beer at, where all the good beer is. So,
I mean, you could tie that into Beer Advocate. Like,
yeah.
Beer Advocate has that nearby feature, and I love it on my phone because you can look it's like Google Maps, and it tells you what's near you, and it breaks it up by like bottle shop, brewery versus bar.
Oh, really? I mean, that's something.
So you can see, it's a really cool feature. You should look into it. You might be able to tie whatever you're doing into that.
No, that's a good point. I wanted to bring it up because, I mean, you guys seem like, avid beer drinkers. So, as someone that might want to contribute to, like, of the beer in your area to this website, that could be a potential thing in the future. But that's also another thing. It's like, I didn't know if that existed yet or not. This girl's been all over the world. She has like 13,000 followers on Instagram. It's crazy.
Shit.
Imagine having access to 13,000 people's like views and just their wall.
I've got like 5 friends. I can't know. Not even close.
Imagine the reaches of a good dick pic. I mean, it would just go out to thousands of. Goodness.
I have, like, a man can dream.
A man can dream.
Those glorious inches would just reach that many thousands of people.
Oh, man.
That's an American dream I can believe in. God bless America. This is just... Miguel, you have inspired me.
So, I mean, that's something I hope I pick up. I mean, my company's pretty new. I mean, we've been doing things for like the past 6 months kind of thing. I started taking it pretty serious now. Investing in it and making it an actual business with my DBA and all that. But I think it'd be really cool to design something like that, but also, I mean, what if it became something? What was the guy that was like running the website for Groupon? And it's just like, yeah, I'm going to put this little coupon website together, and then it's like, boom. Of course, I don't know if that'll turn out like that.
Well, same with Uber and all those. I mean, it's new money, man. All of a sudden, you're like a millionaire overnight.
You can make a cell phone app that uses your location to find microbreweries.
See, I think stuff like this kind of exists, and that's why I wanted to drop. That's why I brought it to the podcast right now, because not only is it like a potential new project for me, but I wanted to know, is it worth it? I mean, what she's gearing towards is she wants her website to be the central hub, like I said, and it's not only going to be like location and stuff like that. There's going to be, she has merchandise. And a lot of beautiful ladies that she's friends with that are going to pose and stuff like that on the website and stuff like that. So.
I mean,
I don't know.
Why not? But I feel like there's still competition because there's people making these apps. Untapped is definitely getting stronger by the day.
Yeah.
That finds everything around you, and then Beer Advocate, like I said, Beer Advocate's app has gotten pretty damn good in the years it's been out.
Nice. Yeah, I don't have a Beer Advocate app, but I have the Untapped, which I don't use. I need to use it more.
No, you never use it, dude. We're friends, and it upsets me.
Yeah,
You don't toast my shit, dude. And
I'm mixed
Teresa,
with it.
you can't giggle over there. You're just as guilty.
I'm
No,
right in
that's
it.
why I'm giggling. I have both of those apps on my phone.
Yeah, and guess what? You don't log in.
Beer
Ever.
app.
Never.
Nope, never. I would toast the shit out of you if you put something on Untapped. Fuck, I'd comment too. Suck on that.
Do that.
All right, bitches. I'm gonna make you own up to this.
Mhm.
Oh, please. Oh, I don't have any friend activity. Sadness. That's literally what it said.
Oh, I thought you were gonna end on you have no friends. I was like, I'll drink to
Well,
that.
that's what I thought it said.
The Red L to no friends, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see how that develops. Hey, how are we doing on our? Are we gonna do an exchange? The four of us? Are we gonna do something like send a beer, rotate one to the right?
Okay. Well, how do we want to do that? Should we each send one beer to somebody else?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then we keep shifting like in a circle. Like
How do you ship beer though?
circle
Okay,
jerk.
so wink, wink. You don't actually ship beer, but if you want to ship somebody a nice bottle, a commemorative beer bottle, and tell them not to drink what's inside,
There
bubble wrap is your best friend. Packing peanuts as well.
Okay.
You can buy wine shipper boxes that fit 6 bottles pretty comfortably. I think you can make them up to 9. It's like egg crate material, and they like stack sideways if you want to get fancy with it. Otherwise, just like normal boxes and bubble wrap and newspaper and stuff. Just pad them as much as you can.
I'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's for commemorative bottles you don't want to have break in transit.
Nice.
Uncle Sam.
We'll get something going on the feed. Be like,
We'll have to figure this out. I've got a couple bottles left of my Imperial Stout that I did.
dope. That's dope.
So yeah, that would be and honestly, if we just shipped like one or okay, so if we start doing this, the best thing to do obviously is you ship something, but you always just FYI, if you start trading beer, always throw an extra in.
Always throw an extra. Just don't be that
So
guy.
we're going to only tell each other we're shipping each other one beer, but it's going to be two
Okay.
beers. Just,
Noted.
just that was that little asterisk. You just read the footnote, guys. So it's
Nice.
really 2 beers, but we're agreeing on one.
Noted. No, that makes sense. Okay. And we'll see what type of beer. Speaking of that, what are our notes or like our indie notes here on Red Ales? More comments. Let's get another line of comments on this. Mine has stayed. This is a good beer, and it's not, like I said, well balanced. Not bitter, not sour, not hot, not. I don't know what the other one. What's opposite of hot?
Cold.
Not spicy. But it's right there in the middle. Man, I'm almost finishing up this beer. This always happens at the end of the podcast because we're trying to consume a bomber here in 40 minutes. It happens. Whatever.
Hmm. It's a great problem. I love having it.
Yeah, it's a good problem. And then my family loves me afterwards. It's like, what's up? Let's go get ice cream. That's always what happens. Ice cream. Any notes on you guys on Red L's? Last notes you want to talk about on Red L's themselves?
I was actually impressed with this beer that I bought for as cheap as it was.
Yeah, $5 for me was like super cheap for this bomber, and it's good. Like it's not bad. I will say for me it was better than the $10 I spent on Prairie, whatever the sour beer I spent last time. That
Yeah, stuff you don't like.
Mhm.
hard to finish.
That Wicked Weed Sour that I bought was like $16.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wicked Weed will make you pay. There's
Oh
no
yeah,
source.
it's good though.
Delirium. You've heard of that brand, Delirium, right? It has the elephant.
Little elephant.
Yeah. They have a red ale, and it had 6 bottles in it. They weren't. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. They weren't the full size bottles. They look like mini size, but it was $23. I was like, we're not there.
Yeah.
We'll
Too
get there.
funny.
I went to a housewarming party this weekend and drank a half-gallon of Wicked Weeds double IPA.
Yeah? Oh, you kind of froze there. Half gallon of Wicked Weed IPA.
I was tried to play the Division on Xbox. That was not a good idea.
That's cool. Teresa, what do you have to say about Red Ales?
I like them. I'm going to continue drinking them. I didn't realize the ambers were part of the thing. I think I was dropped out of the call earlier, but yeah.
Come on, dude. Come over here.
No, that's kind of what we were talking about a little bit about how the styles are very similar. Everything I'm seeing is American amber red ale. I don't know. It's kind of like the.
It's very hyphenated. It's like amber/red, red/amber.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I used to know amber. How about you, Rick?
When it comes to red ales, don't hate, appreciate.
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be my evaluator or my baseline for restaurants now is the red ale. It's the taco. The
The red ale is the taco.
complete equivalent to everything there. Okay, let's go ahead and close up this podcast. Oh well, let's decide. I mean, I like doing this at the end of the podcast. So, what are we thinking about in like 2 weeks? What do we want to shoot
Hold on,
for?
I have a question for you. How often do like taco equivalencies come up? Like, how many tacos is this for me?
No, it's not like how many tacos. It's
No, you put it on like
I do the same thing with Mexican food. I do enchiladas though. I'm
it
like,
was
if you can't-
numerical, man, dude. That was quantitative. That was not qualitative. It was based on a scale. I sensed there was a taco scale with you.
no. I meant qualitative, and that's funny if you say how many tacos is this beer. That's fun. That's just like on The Office when he's doing the Stanley Nichols too.
To be fair, most red ales are about 2.5 tacos, but that's okay.
On
They're
a
worth it.
10 scale, how many tacos would you rate that beer?
That's gonna be our thing. That's the empty rant taco.
The taco rating. This just started something, Miguel. Thank you. It's all thanks to you.
Taco rating.
Red Ales, 3 tacos. I was like, okay.
It's out of however many the fuck you want. So, 3 tacos out of 5. Or 3 tacos out of 1. I don't know. What do you think?
We don't know yet.
One's 3 fifths, one's 300%. It's crazy. Oh my god, the taco scale.
Yeah, it's a moving marketplace. So
Yeah,
we'll
but
see.
then you go into hard shell tacos and soft shell
Dude, get your hard shell shit out of here, dude.
Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, dude, that's called eating a nacho in your hands.
That is true.
Dude, I don't mind a good like hard taco shell. I guess it's not like it depends on what you're calling hard shell.
Dude, you've had a kid. You don't know what you think anymore.
Like,
Have you seen that meme on the internet that's like, if you had to choose between being skinny or giving up tacos for the rest of your life, would you choose crispy or soft?
Yeah.
I saw
I
you
don't
read
know. See, I could do that because I can give up tacos but not pizza.
pizza,
Oh.
man. Pizza's my vice too, man. Slices of pizza is my other skill.
Hmm.
This one's worth 3.5 slices of pizza. That's what I give it.
Mm.
No, I'm sorry. I feel like Beer Me 3 is the taco system. Like half you guys live in Texas. It's the taco system.
Yeah.
If it was pizza, beer,
outside
all right, pizza, beer, and tacos. If you had to give up one of the 3, which would you give up?
Oh, tacos.
Man, I don't know, man.
I love
I'd give up beer.
tacos.
I'd give up beer.
Yeah, I'm. Oh shit, man! I can't even decide. I don't know if I'd have to give them all 3 up. It's just like what's worth.
No, Miguel. You need to have at least the beer. You need a liquid. That's life. That's biology. You need a liquid. That's a little bit of water.
I do need beer because of the kid. So I mean, there you go.
So give up a food. Pizza or tacos? Let's hear it. Teresa's lying. She wouldn't give up beer. Liar. You're in a
Yeah,
beer
well.
podcast. Beer for life. Nope.
I don't know. I love tacos, but I love pizza, so it'd have to be tacos. If those were my 3 choices, if I had to give them up, man. Yeah, I would give up. And
If
that
I
hurt.
had to go with one of the foods, it'd probably be pizza.
Yeah,
Like-
Teresa, joint camp pizza.
Because tacos are so diverse. You can have breakfast tacos and dinner tacos and seafood tacos. Like
Oh,
seafood
you
pizza.
disappoint me. You gave up pizza. Oh, you
No,
suck.
I gave up pizza, and I
Oh,
love pizza.
get the fuck out of here. Dude, you can put anything on a pizza. Seafood
Tell me,
pizza,
You can
breakfast
put
pizza,
anything
that
on a
sounds
taco
good.
too.
disgusting. That
You could
sounds
have taco
disgusting.
pizza. There is taco pizza. You can't have pizza that are tacos. I mean, you can make a pizza slice into a taco. I don't know. You
I
can't put
saw
pizza
this.
in a taco. That's just
This
gross.
is an incredibly strange end rant. We had a beer sign, Austin somehow got into tacos and pizza.
I give this rant 5 tacos.
I gave this rant 3 tacos and 2 pizza slices.
Well, yeah, what's the exchange rate between tacos and pizzas?
Oh,
Two pizzas equal one taco.
We all drank too much, guys.
leprechauns to unicorns. Same equivalent. There you go. All right. Oh wait, did we decide on a beer style?
No,
So
I messed us up.
I have a theory. It doesn't have to be for next time, but
You're making law right now. Go.
making law right now.
Yeah, you pick Teresa.
It is everybody pick whatever beer they want. The stipulation being you have never had it before. You want to try it. And Rick, you can't be from one of whatever you've got in your closet because you bought it eventually to try it.
Okay.
You got to go find something brand new on the shelf.
Never tried it before. Okay.
Never tried it. Just everybody bring something random.
Well, shit. What we need? Well, we need a really fucking witty name. What's it gonna be?
Hodgepodge.
Oh,
Rendezvous.
goddamn it, Miguel, that sucked.
Tacos and pizza. No, I can't think of names of that.
No, witty, not just like, oh, I farted and that sounded kind of good. No, witty, dude. Like, I'm talking like a 1950s reference, something like I Love Lucy. I don't know, man.
It's gotta be it's like a wild card, like a wild card episode, because we don't even have, because we did weird
Ooh,
beers,
how
right?
about on the wild card bitch, the Charlie reference from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Well, we said we weird beards.
But it doesn't have to be a weird beer. You could just be like, oh, I want to try this double IPA, and I haven't had it. That's
Something
weird.
How about
Something
so
you've
how
never
about this? Not only you've never tried it before, but maybe something you've been eyeing for a bit and haven't tried it before. Like
Yeah.
passed over it a
Ideally.
few times.
Yeah,
Ideally,
'cause
if not just something you've never had.
That's what happened at the store today. I was like, oh man, I really want this watermelon, whatever the heck, from Ballast Point, and I can't buy it right now because I'm not
Watermelon Dorado. It's really good.
Right. So I'm like, oh, we should just pick whatever we want and just see what we come up with.
Okay, I like that idea.
What is it? Weird beards? Beards. I keep saying
Okay.
beard.
No, I think it should be a wild card because they don't have to be weird.
That's what I meant. Like, we should have gone with that name from the beginning.
Well, what about
Well-
Stranger Danger? It's something different.
Stranger Danger.
Your danger.
Andrew.
I'm already gonna tell you, you need to mark that one not safe for work.
Stranger Danger.
All right. Stranger Danger Part 2 is what I'm going to call
Also,
it.
I just marked this one not safe for work because this was a bad podcast. I was bad.
It was a good one. I liked it.
No, it was a great one. That article was more filthy than I remember.
I was like, oh wow, Rick is trying to meet and exceed his quota of the usage of the F word. So
No, and I say Fanny a lot, but sometimes you say it more than others.
Fanny.
Wasn't that an
Fanny.
episode of South Park when they were trying to max out their number of cuss words? That was a thing.
Oh,
one time?
that was the episode where they said shit 100-something times.
Yeah, they had
'cause
a
it was-
counter.
Because I think it was the first time you were allowed to say shit on TV, so they just totally ran with it.
Yeah, it was 170-something times.
hmm And the funny part was that was revolutionary back then, and nowadays you watch TV and shit's pretty common.
You
Yeah,
can
right.
say shit on TV now?
Yeah.
Dude, you couldn't in late 90s.
When did that, is it after 9 p.m. or something?
Not anymore.
I don't know. I know that Comedy Central is cable, but if you're watching Comedy Central at 2 o'clock on Saturday night, you could say
Oh, it's all the words.
Yeah,
And
you
you
could say
guys
all the
remember
words.
the Comedy Central's Secret Stash that used to come on at 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that
they
was
stopped calling it
completely
Secret
uncut.
Stash eventually.
No
Well,
idea.
it used to be just a movie at 2 a.m., just completely uncut. All the cuss words were allowed.
Dang.
I
I
just
didn't
remember we were watching a stand-up one night, and I was like, he just said the F word.
You're just like, whoa.
And it still happens too, because there's nights I fall asleep on the couch, and like, back when it doesn't really happen as much anymore, but when I had cable, I fall asleep on Comedy Central, and you wake up at like 3 a.m. All of a sudden, someone wakes you up, and you hear something on TV talking like "fuck this" and "fuck that," and you're like, "Whoa, what? What?" That's
Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, next episode, Stranger Danger versus Wildcard, or something like that. I don't know. It's gonna get two names. That's fine. Excellent beer. Red Ale, no muss, no fuss. Excellent choice, Rick. Thanks for you guys for participating again. Hey, by the next podcast, I'll be 30 because my birthday's on the 22nd. So,
Oh, yay. Cheers.
so I will cheers myself. Oops, I accidentally turned off the music. Now it's. That's where this podcast will end. Thank you and good night.